All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. I am in New York at the U.S. Open. We're taking today off. We've had 4 days of tennis, and we got one more left tomorrow. And so, again, I am streaming live from New York. I guess it would be cool. Let me do this. I'm going to unplug. Hopefully, I don't screw something up here. But check this out. Man, I am going around the room. All right. That right there, guys, is Times Square. We are right there in the middle of the action in Times Square. Anyway, so I'm coming live from New York. Ain't that pretty cool? I never knew I wanted to say that, but now it sounds super cool that I'm saying that. All right, let me get my battery. Okay, we're rocking. All right. So again, hey, Luis Moreno here, Simply Health Insurance Agency. That's the name of my agency. This is Think Medicare, Think ACA. I am going live with any questions about Medicare and ACA. So a couple of updates, guys. We're getting super, super close to AEP and OEP. AEP for Medicare, OEP for ACA. We're just around the corner from those open enrollments. So you guys should be getting ready. The one question that I have from a lot of agents on getting ready for ACA, what do I need to do to get ready? Number one, I would say make sure you have all your carriers. Well, first of all, make sure you're certified. State-based exchanges, do make sure that you're certified. I did get an email that Georgia is now going to be a state-based exchange. So make sure that you are certified with Georgia. But if you're in a federal state, make sure you have all your federal, or make sure you have the certification on portal.cms.gov done. And then you're good to go. Make sure you have your contracts. What I would do is I'd create some kind of spreadsheet. Know what carriers you're appointed with. Okay, you don't have to know which ones you're not. But I've had agents say, hey, I was on Healthsherpa. I checked on all the carriers. I sold this one. Why am I not getting paid? Well, some of these don't pay commissions, and some you may not be appointed with. So you need to be aware of which ones you're contracted with or not. The other thing is make sure you have a solid dental and vision carrier. Okay. ACA, the Obamacare plans do not cover dental. Now, they may cover pediatric dental, very, very crappy type of coverage. They may have just a very little bit of vision, and it's also pediatric, nothing for anybody over 18 and over. So you have to have a solid dental and vision plan. I use Ameritas. If you don't have it and you want the contract, here, I just put my email on there. Do me a favor and email me that you want Ameritas, and I will send you over contracting. It'll be a DocuSign. The next thing that I say you must have is you need to have an indemnity plan. Okay, the one I use for people under 65 is Obamacare. Make sure that you have that indemnity plan. Okay, and what it does is it reduces, or doesn't reduce it, whatever the out-of-pocket is. Okay, let's say that, for example, the out-of-pocket is $2,000. Okay, most people don't have $2,000. Secondly, if they do have $2,000, they don't want to use it. It's maybe their emergency fund. So what you've got to do is you've got to offer the All-State Plan Enhancer. It reimburses the insureds for whatever benefit you choose in case there's an accident. And then you can add a rider for the sickness hospitalization, which means if they're hospitalized, it will write them a check for the benefit amount. Okay, so you can do a package of all three. Okay, so I would make sure you have all three of those products ready to go for all your under 65 health insurance. Secondly, I would, again, with certifications, make sure you're good and ready to go. The Smartbook, guys, we have a Smartbook that my agents get, but it's my Smartbook gets updated every year with the income charts, with the SEPs. There's a lot of info in there. Ivan, will you post a link for them to see if they want to purchase the Smartbook, if you guys want it? All right, so that's OEP. Starts November the 1st, okay, and ends January the 15th. Guys, it's going to be crazy. Ivan, my top producer there at the office for ACA, told me, don't forget to tell them about the AOR. I'm like, Tell me what's the latest on the AOR. So we thought that if there was an agent of record and you were taking over the account because you talked to the insured, and now we have to make a phone call to healthcare.gov. We got to call the marketplace and do the entire app with them and do the agent of record change over the phone. It's about half an hour process. Sucks. Here's the crazy thing. I thought when there was no agent of record, you didn't have to do that. But according to Ivan, if they already have a plan and there's no agent of record, you're still going to have to do the phone call. So make sure that you have that 1-800-318. I can't even think of the last four, but I know 318. Make sure you have that number handy and be prepared, guys. Okay. So what's going to happen is you're going to call, you're going to get with the representative. The insured's going to be on the phone. They've got to give you permission to be on the, as the representative, and you're going to go through every question on the app. Every question. It takes about half an hour. And then when it gets to the agent section, make sure you get your name added on there and give them your NPN. And now you're the agent of record. It sucks, but I will tell you, it's a good thing. It's a good thing in the sense that if you have a book of business, it's going to be a lot harder for those rat agents to steal it from you. Okay. But you know what? Sometimes the insureds do want to go with another agent. It is what it is, and you roll with it. Okay. So that's number one. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm not muted anymore. Okay. All right. So we are rocking on that. So let's go with, we got one question here from Ivan. I guess Ivan got this asked from an agent. Where can, buddy? Okay, here we go. Luis, I have an agent ask where they can go get help running their first quote and writing their first application. All right. Interesting. So normally you should go to your upline. Now you got to remember your upline is already getting paid. Thank you. Your upline is making a little money off you. Okay. So your upline should be the ones helping you with that. If you're one of my agents, I have the SKOOL platform where we do training and support. You all have my cell number. If you're one of my agents, you call me and I help out. Okay. But number one, go there. Okay. The first app's always the hardest, guys. You've got to do everything on Healthsherpa. If you're in a federal state, if you're in a state-based exchange, you've got to do your, you got to figure out that platform and use that one. It's not easy. I would say number one, if we go through an application and it's your first one, make sure that you collect all the household data. Okay. If this is your first app, I have an intake sheet. In fact, I don't see any reason why we can't share our intake sheet here with our viewers. So if you would you put the link to our, or you know what, send me an email. Let's do it this way. Send me an email and I will send you that, that intake sheet. So you want to collect all the data. So normally what I tell agents is find out what they're looking for. Talk to the insured. Hey, great. You responded to my ad. You gave me a call. You got a referral, whatever it is. How can I help you? What are you looking for? So you get that information from the insured. They're going to tell you what they're looking for. Then you go into data gathering stage. Hey, tell me about your tax household. I don't need to know about your physical living arrangements because that doesn't matter when it comes to Obamacare. Tell me what your tax household looks like. Okay. You're single? Are you married? Do you have any kids? Do you claim a parent? Do you claim whoever's on the tax return? You want to get all their data, their names, their date of birth. Now it's going to be, if it's a stranger, it might be a little difficult to get the socials right now, but you're going to need those later. Make sure you collect the address, email, phone number. And also one of the most important things is you want to make sure you collect household income. You want to know the total household income so you don't end up screwing over these insureds at tax time. Too little, if they make 50 and you put 40, they're going to get a lot more assistance, but they're going to have to pay that assistance back at tax time. Okay. Vice versa. If they're at 40 and you report 50, they get less assistance. They may get that as a refund at tax time, but they may have qualified for CSRs during that time that they weren't able to take advantage of. And CSRs are cost sharing reductions, which reduce the deductible and the out of pocket. Okay. So you always want to do accurate numbers. Okay. Let's continue. So anyway, you get that. Make sure that you get doctors and meds. And I'm going to get to this question right now, Ivan. Make sure you collect doctors and meds. And then, so you want to go and you want to cross-reference your quotes against those doctors and meds and stick them into a plan that they can use. It's really that simple. It seems that simple. Sometimes it's not, but it is that simple. All right, let's go to the next question, Ivan. Okay, so how or when using office administrators, how do they help enroll on the marketplace? Okay, very, very good question. I like this question. Okay. An office administrator cannot do squat for you anymore. Okay. The only way that somebody else, whether it's an office administrator, whether it's just an employee at your office, the only way they can get into Healthsherpa is if they are licensed and certified. They do not have to be contracted. So you go get them certified and you're good to go. Now with the state-based exchanges, every state is different. Probably going to have to do the same procedure unless you share your login with your office administrator, which you're not supposed to do. But if they're in, you're out. And if you get in, you kick them out. It only allows for one login and that's it. So technically you're not supposed to do that. So get your office administrator licensed, get them the life and health license. And then secondly, get them certified. And then they can have their own login and password underneath your agency. It's an easy setup with Healthsherpa. Okay. You convert your individual account to an agency account, and you can do that with a phone call to Healthsherpa. And then you're going to send that person an email with a join code. They join underneath you, and then you let them have as much access as you want. There's a couple of access, how much access you want to give them. And then they can write business. They can service your account. They can do everything that you can. And everything's under your NPN. Make sure they're licensed and certified. Okay, now let's assume they're not. So what can they do? They can gather data. They can, as an insured calls in, they can be your intake person. So they can't enter. They're not going to be able to do anything on the marketplace because they can't quote. They can't get in. So mainly they're going to be over the phone talking to you or talking to the insured, gathering data. Then they give it to you and then you do it. Hope that helps you out there. So get them licensed and certified. Ivan, let's go to the next question. Okay, so hey, Luis. Okay, hey there, Christian. For the three-way call with the marketplace, I haven't been able to do it from agent CRM. Is there a way to do it there to keep the call recorded? Okay, so are you telling me that when you're an agent CRM and you dial Healthsherpa from that number, it's not working? Can you hit me back up on that? But let's assume it's not working. Then we need to figure that out because I wouldn't see any call. Let's see here. You just have to, you're insured on the phone, merge with them. Okay, I do three-way calls on CRM. You just have to have your insured on phone and merge with a CRM call. Oh, I see. So, okay, I see the issue. So you're talking to the insured. You can't do a three-way in the agent CRM. Ivan, let's find out about that. Will you take a note on that one? How do they do that? You're right. How do you put that call on hold, call the marketplace, and then merge all three? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know about that. I never even thought about that question. Okay, very good question, Christian. I will find out for you. Shoot me an email so I can reply back with the answer. I'll also try to post that in the comments when I find the answer out. Very good question, but I don't know the answer. Oh, I've done it already. Hold on here. So Ivan has done that. Okay, Ivan, can you maybe in the comments type that, type the solution out? Or you know what? Christian, if you could email me, I'll get Ivan to hit you back up with a walkthrough on that. How about that? Okay, let's go with the next question, Ivan. Okay, Mike, Facebook leads. Oh, during open enrollment, What is your lead cost, contact rate, and cost per acquisition? I wish I was a numbers guy. Okay. I wish I tracked that. Really, all I track is, am I making some money? Okay. Am I spending way less than what I am making? So, number one, I am going to share this with you guys right now on the Facebook ad course. I just posted it right there. And then, Ivan, can you copy that link and put it on the comments? So, right, August the 29th. In fact, I think yesterday it went live, and it's going to stay live until next Thursday. Shauna is running a $500 off the course. So if you want to get the course, here you go, guys. All right. It's a great lead in, great question. Okay. Let's go back to the question comment, Ivan. So let me go back here. So during open enrollment, lead cost. So 2 years ago, which I know doesn't matter anymore, I was about $4 to $7. Okay. Last year, I went up to about 17 to $20. And the reason why is you had all of these scam ads running. Okay. They were running like crazy. The $500, so many agents fell for this stupid ad. It was that yellow and red black wording ad that said, get your free $500 Visa gift card. And the organization that did it used the same ad for every agent out there. And I think these agents paid about $2,000 for this. And really what it was a scam to do or steal clients from other agents. It was an AOR scam is what it was. And some agents did acquire a lot of business. It sucked for the rest of us, but now most of those agents are going down. That organization has gone down. Now they're switching to something else. Let's see how else they're going to manipulate. But a lot of the organizations that were doing that, and there's one big one, that guy, that car salesman, the no-call guy is gone. In fact, I talked to an agent that was with him. But anyway, let's get back to the question. So lead cost, $17 last year. Okay. Now that this AOR crap has almost come to a halt, I have a feeling that the crazy ads that everybody was running is going to reduce, and hopefully we get lead costs coming down this year. Okay, now let's do some simple math on this thing. Let's say, so there's Ivan, contact rate 6 out of 8. Okay, 6 to 8. Okay, so our system on the CRM has this feature, guys. When we get a lead, okay, it's automatically imported into our CRM. So the lead form is connected, and a lead form is where they type in their information, their name, phone number, and email. That is connected to the CRM. There's a connection there that we made. So then the data goes into the CRM immediately. It goes into the CRM, and then from the CRM, the CRM texts us that we got a lead. They text the insured, hey, I'm going to be calling you. Hey, this is what you can prepare with. And a couple of minutes later, the CRM is calling us, and then we're connecting with the insured that quick. So that's the only issue with social media leads, is that they have a very short shelf life. So you got to be quick. Okay. If you don't have a system like that where it's letting you know immediately, and you're having to go to the lead center in Facebook and manually do it, you're going to probably be not that quick. You don't know when the lead comes in, and you're going to miss out on the opportunity to catch them quick. But let's go back to some math. Let's say that we're $20 a lead. Okay. And let's say that we make one sale, one head. Okay. So I'm going to do some quick math. Let's say that I make about 20. I'm going to lowball this thing. $20 per month per head. That's very, very low. Okay. And that's not too low. There's one carrier that pays $20, Blue Cross. $20 per head times 12, that's 240. If a lead is costing me $20, that means I have to close 1 out of 12. Okay. 1 out of 12 leads, and I get my annual ROI back. That's not bad. I mean, if we're getting a hold of 6, let's just say we're getting a hold of 5. Now, a lot of times we're selling multiple heads. We may sell a husband and a wife. We may sell a mom and a couple of kids. It can get very lucrative. Either way, I think it's the bomb. Here's the other deal. When you import them into your CRM, they are tagged. They have a tag, guys. It says, I think our tag is Facebook ad course, or no, Facebook ad, whatever it is, Facebook something. Facebook ACA lead. So what I have done in the CRM is the ones that have not been sold. What happens is I have a database of them. So every year around October, we hit the entire list of people that we have. Hey, by the way, last year or previously, you were on social media and you clicked on my ad about health insurance. It's almost open enrollment again for 2025. If you're still interested, if I can help you, click this link, book an appointment, or call me, or respond, whatever it is. So we pick up a lot of free stuff from leads from the past. All right. So Mike, man, I hope that helps you out. I wish I really had something a little more concrete, but I don't watch my stats that much. I do know that we spent about 40 to 50,000 in ads last year, but we made over 400. So it's a great return on the investment. Okay, so next question. So Mike, okay, so let's continue here. Let's not forget Luis Garza there, Ivan, but let's finish with Mike and then we'll go to Luis Garza. Next question, during open enrollment, how are AORs handled with the new ruling? So I talked about that earlier. You're gonna have to pick up the phone and call. There's no link anymore. I don't see Healthsherpa bringing that link back. Used to be able to send them a link and they could do it. Not anymore. So it's going to be a phone call. You got to call the 1-800 number, get a hold of somebody at at the marketplace. The insured gives them permission for you to be on the phone and be their representative. And then what's going to happen is they're going to go through the entire app, question by question. Slow. I mean, it's like watching paint dry. So make sure, now they're asking the insured all these questions, okay? And so prepare your insured for about a half-hour call. Make sure you're multitasking, have your 2 monitors while that crap is going on and you're listening. Be working on something else because, totally super inefficient. And then how are they going to handle the volume? Think about this, guys. What's going to happen during open enrollment? If it's half an hour now, just imagine the volume during open enrollment. I have no idea. I think it's just going to crash their system. But this is the first time that we've ever had to do this. So be prepared for some extra long hold times during open enrollment. How do we handle? Okay, let's go back. Let me finish that question there. Let's go back to that last question, Ivan. No, not that one. Hold on here. Let me put it on here. If not, we will see all this crazy switching with these no-call guys. Exactly. So here's the other deal. A lot of they've come down hard on a lot of organizations. Make sure, guys, that what was happening in the past is these guys were just on a money grab, trying to steal as much as they can from agents. I highly doubt that they got the consent and the confirmations to do that crap. So now what's happening is if this does happen to you, you need to report it. If the agent cannot come up, first of all, report it to CMS. Also report it to the carrier. The carrier can shut these guys down. So if you report it to the carrier, hey, this other agent, John Smith over here, did this. And the carrier will, from my knowledge, what the carrier is going to do is there's going to be that complaint. They're going to ask the agent to produce the consent and confirmation, and they've got to produce it in a timely fashion, days, not weeks. They produce it right away. And if they cannot produce it, a few carriers are going to term those agents. So put them out of business, Mike. Don't have any hesitation on there. Now, if they did it right, if the insured did it right, and they do have the consent and confirmation, hey, it is what it is. Okay, the insured wanted to be with that agent. Nothing wrong with that. But just blatantly or just doing it across the board, just stealing, no, let's put those guys out of business. All right, let's go back to Luis. Okay, good question here. Okay, question about the income verification letter. Do we need to get pay stubs or another form of verification other than a short letter that you recommend in training videos? So ultimately, so here's what he's talking about, guys. You process an application, okay? You ask the insured what their income is. If there is a deviation of the income from what was reported at the IRS to what you're putting in the app, you're going to get an eligibility letter. I don't know what that deviation is. I don't know if it's 10%, 5%. Whatever that threshold is, I don't know what it is, but regardless, they're going to ask you, hey, can you verify what the current income is? So it gives you a list of options: a tax return, a pay stub, a W-2, a 1099. There's some other options on there. Sometimes you can utilize a letter. Okay, I've had people that were W-2 employees. Now they started a business and they have an estimation of what they're going to make. So you can write a letter, okay, to whom it may concern. So I put their name on the top, their phone number, their address, everything's on there at the very top on the header. Then to whom it may concern, my name is Luis. I just started a business. Okay, for 2024, I anticipate that my income is going to be this amount. That's it. And sign it, and you submit that. And we have seen that get approved. But you have to provide just a little explanation. I just started a business. Or if the income went down, let's just say there were two incomes and now there's only one income. Then explain it. Hey, both me and my wife are working. My wife is no longer working. Maybe she's a stay-at-home mom now. And, explain the difference in the income. And usually they will accept it, no issues. Luis, hope that helps you out. Let's go to the next one, Ivan. Raymond, okay. Have you used Healthsherpa for Medicare? No, I have not. I was put on their, what do you call it? Their rollout. I haven't seen it. Okay. Now, what I use for Medicare is I use a tool called Sunfire. Okay. So I haven't seen Healthsherpa's version of it. I don't even think it's out yet. I think they're just rolling it out. But Sunfire is a Medicare enrollment tool that's provided by your upline. They call it other names. There's Medicare Enrollment Center. There is ConnectSure. Either way, they all do the same thing. Okay. So get with your upline. Usually your upline will pay for it and they give you access to the tool. You can collect your SOAs on it. You can, with Sunfire, you can collect a text SOA, an email SOA. If they call your line that you have set up there, you can collect a verbal SOA. And of course, if you're with them in person, you can collect a wet SOA. Okay. Or a wet one on a piece of paper, or they can sign your device. And then you can proceed after you've satisfied the 48-hour rule. Don't forget about that, guys. 48-hour rule on Medicare. Okay. And then once that's satisfied, you can do all your research on Sunfire. You enter the meds and the docs, and it will do some kind of AI algorithm work, and it'll give you the list of the companies. Okay. So I don't know very much about Healthsherpa's version of that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, Neil, when a client has an income drop mid-year, do CSRs and subsidies kick in, increase if I make an income? Yes, they do. So let's say that you have a client with this income, and now let's just say this scenario is that they have a kid. Okay, so you added, let's say if you add a dependent to the policy, but you keep the income the same, you may now see more subsidies and possibly an increase in CSRs. Okay, cost sharing reductions. All right. Let's say that it's the same household number, but you get a decrease in income, the same thing. You may get more subsidies. And then if you cross whatever little threshold they have, you may get more CSRs. But then vice versa also applies. Okay. If they lose a dependent, same income. Okay. The reverse of it happens. I have seen where I've got two people, especially seniors. Let's just say I've got two people. One of them goes into Medicare. The other one stays on the health plan. So I cancel one of them And now all of a sudden their CSRs goes up and their premium goes up. It is super hard to explain. Doesn't make sense. They're like, why am I was paying X amount. My deductible was lower. My out of pocket was lower. But now that I'm only insuring one person, I have to pay more. And on top of that, my plan got worse. I'm like, very, very hard to explain. Hope that helps you out, Neil. JP, what you're targeting on ACA? 30 to 64 and a half. Okay. I don't do multiple states. We did try, and we may go back to it. But when we tried the multiple states, we got destroyed with the AOR crap. Okay. It was weird. We would write a policy, and within minutes, it was stolen from us. So we quit running ads outside of Texas. We just focus on our home state. I tell agents, new agents, focus on your state, guys. All right. That's the number one you should have. I have agents, well, I want 30 states. Well, that's just great. That's going to create a lot of work. Okay. So Shauna teaches you, and Ivan, you put that link again there for the ad course. But it's $500 off. It lasts until September, whatever next Thursday is. Okay. $500 off. But she teaches you to duplicate the ad for every state. That way you can track metrics for those states and see if it's working. Can you put it in the comments too so somebody can copy and paste, Ivan? Okay. But make sure that you can run ads in multiple states, but focus on your state first. Unless you feel that you've completely tapped out your state, then move on to other states. But there's always enough room to grow in your own state. All right, let's continue. Next question, Ivan. Okay, Tom, Healthsherpa has started working on Medicare. They are in the works, but it's not approved. Yes, I agree with you. I got the email about 2 weeks ago, and I've been traveling so much that I didn't follow up. But you know what? While we're talking here, I'm going to find out if the Healthsherpa, I got to reintegrate. So remember, guys, you got to integrate every time, every 12 hours. This is how quick it is. All right, I already got my code. If you're wondering what this is, new rule. I have no idea what this really does, okay? But you have to integrate. It's super easy. Set it up where you get a text message because that's how quick I did it, okay? You know what? I don't have the Medicare module on mine. So I don't know what they have. I just responded, yeah, put me on the pilot program and we'll go from there. But I don't know anything about their tool. I always say for Medicare, use the preferred enrollment method that your upline recommends. You can either use a carrier enrollment tool, okay, which I use quite a bit, or you can use Sunfire, which is a multi-line enrollment tool just for Medicare. Okay, so if they're in the works, but it's not okay. There you go. So anyway, I didn't follow up on that one. So yeah, it's in the works. I don't know what they'll have, guys. Remember, you've got to capture easily that SOA. So I don't know if they're going to have that feature in there, but I still love Sunfire. It's a really good tool. All right, let's continue. Next question. Christian, let's see. I still get people that received a letter and lost their Medicaid, but they make less than the 15. Ugh. Yeah. So if they don't meet the minimum income requirements, they don't get subsidies. They can still qualify for ACA, but they don't get subsidies. They don't get CSRs because they're too low. So in some states, if your state expanded Medicaid, they now have access to Medicaid and you're done. Okay. At that point, tell them, hey, go ahead and apply for Medicaid. I got to move on to my next customer. Okay. The other deal is, let's just say they're at 14 and you need 15. Talk to them. Okay, have a conversation. Look, Mr. Insured, you need $1,000 more to cross the threshold to get maximum benefits. Okay, maximum. Okay, do you think that you can make that extra $1,000 this year? Okay, extra hours. Can you put in some overtime? Can you sell some crap in 1099? Whatever it may be, can you do it? Okay, now, if they're under the threshold and they don't have access to Medicaid, like here, people in Texas, they're truly out of luck. They have no access to anything. I mean, and we have the most uninsured people here in Texas. So we didn't expand Medicaid, so they're kind of stuck. Yeah, it sucks, Christian. I wish there was a better option, but there isn't. But have a conversation. Do you think you can do that extra $1,000 to cross the threshold? If they say yes, document it. That way, no issues. If they don't hit it, they may have to pay some of that back. There's some kind of ratio. They don't have to pay all of it back. They may have to pay a portion of it back. But ultimately, I will tell them, look, Mr. Insured, if you don't make that extra $1,000, when you file your taxes, you're going to have to pay some of this money back to the IRS. I'm not an IRS guy. I'm not your tax preparer. I don't know anything about taxes. I do, but I don't want them to think I do. But I would say, look, you've got to do this. You got to get with your tax preparer, because be prepared. And if they give you the go ahead, then proceed. All right, next one, Ivan. Good question. Will you be updating the Medicare Smartbook? I will, for sure. So, guys, if you purchase my Medicare Smartbook, if you purchase my ACA Smartbook, it's a one-time purchase, and every year I update it. So let's switch gears to Medicare. There's a lot of changes coming into Medicare, guys. Numbers have not officially been posted yet. So I'm waiting for those numbers so I don't have to quit making or continue making revisions. Okay. So if you're wondering, what the hell is a Smartbook? So it's like a manual, guys. All right. It's all it is. So when I'm not in the field anymore like I used to be, but I would keep a binder with a bunch of stuff in it. It was thick, a lot of stuff in it. Okay. So what I did is I took the stuff that I use all the time. Okay. My SCPs, my Medicaid guidelines, my LIS guidelines, the Medicare 101 information, my Part B, my how to enroll into Medicare information, how to get Part B when it's been delayed because you had employer. I had a bunch of stuff in there. Okay. I put it together in a Smartbook, and I update it every year. So yes, I will. You'll be getting an email when I do update it. I'm going to guess probably mid to late September, we get the official numbers. So again, switching to Medicare, guys, be prepared. This is going to be the most shopped season in history. Okay. A lot of changes are going to happen. Also, I have a feeling, because it's an election year, that it's going to be slow going at the beginning. You're not going to see a lot of carrier ads. It's going to be a very political ad-driven scenario until the election is over. And then all the companies are going to kick in and start advertising. And it's going to get crazy towards the end of AEP. All right. In addition, there's some big changes happening to Medicare on the prescription side of things. Okay. No more donut hole. The out-of-pocket has gone to $2,000. There's going to be an increase in premium. There's going to be a decrease in benefits. Start studying your first looks so that you can become familiar with the plans. It's going to get a little crazy this year. Okay. But overall, for an insured to go from $8,000 on that donut hole max out of pocket to $2,000 without a donut hole, pretty damn good for these high utilization people. It's going to be a good thing. All right, let's continue. Is the ACA Smartbook any different in content? No, it's the same one. Okay, same content. I don't water one down or the other. Now, SKOOL, guys, SKOOL is a website for my agents only. Okay, so if you're one of my agents, you go to SKOOL. This is where I do training and support. Okay, if you're not one of my agents, then your upline should be providing you some training and support. They're making a little bit of money on you. Okay, so, and if they're not, well, you might want to consider coming over here. I'll help you out, but you got to be part, you got to transfer your contracts over to me. All right, let's continue. What do we got, Ivan? Does Ameritas work in Florida? Walter, yes, it does. Ameritas is national. Okay, trying to think. Yeah, they're national. I know for sure in Florida it works. You're not going to have any problem in Florida with this thing. So if you need a contract, email me. I will post my email here real quick, and hit me up if you don't have that contract, and I will send you contracting. It takes about a week. You get a welcome email from Ameritas. You get a PURL. That's a personal link with your agent number embedded. You can let insurers use it and enroll. You get credit for it and get paid. You use it to enroll your people. It is super easy. When do carriers announce 2025 bonuses? Right around in fact, last year, we were already in open enrollment and they were just finalizing bonuses. Okay. So I have not heard anything about 2025 bonuses so far. So just stand by. I will definitely make videos on it. I'll have a folder for it. I'll have all that ready for you guys, but just be prepared. Some carriers did not finalize their bonuses until I think December. So we were already, open enrollment started in November. We were in December when they finalized it. We had heard some chatter, but nothing official. And they change every year, guys. All right. Every single year, the bonuses have changed. The amounts have changed. The requirements have changed. Some pay on new business. Some pay on a baseline, which means if you have this much in business, they want you to grow it. So if you don't, and they use a percentage on there. Every carrier is different. Some require you for these things to be on the books, or these clients to be on the books for 3 months. And better wanted these clients to be on the books for 6 months. One carrier had 4 months. So I will have every bonus brochure in a folder that I will be sharing with you guys, but I'll definitely put that video out. All right, next question. Do we have a next question? Let's see here. Oh, that might be it. Oh, that is the last one. Okay, real good questions, guys. I am on vacation. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging today. I am on vacation, so I'm going to cut it early here. Okay, Stephen, here we go. How knowledgeable are you about Florida? That's one of the states that I started and I got out really, really quick. It's like the Mecca. Not all agents. I'm not grouping all agents, but you had some of the major organizations that were stealing in Florida, in South Florida. Man, there was just like a Mecca of rat agents and so I don't know very much about, but go ahead and ask the question, Stephen, and I'll try to answer. Integrity. Yes. Edmonton, man, I'm glad you started ACA. There's a lot of opportunity in ACA. Regardless of what people say, regardless of whatever administration wins, I don't think it's going to go away. Okay. Too many people enrolled in it. I have agents that say, "Oh, I'm afraid. I don't want to get into it," and they cancel it or they destroy it. They've got to provide an alternative, and if they do it, we just sell the alternative. But I'm glad you're starting ACA, man. That's awesome. Okay, Nelly, I signed up with you, but I changed my LLC. Oh, good luck. You're gonna have to redo everything. Okay, so if you signed up with contracts individually, now guess what? If you change to an LLC, what you have to do is, so you create an LLC. Now you got to go get your LLC licensed with the state. So you will have a new license for your LLC. Now you've got to apply with all the carriers under that LLC. Okay. You're starting from scratch. You got to redo everything. A lot of work, but if you want to wait, like I did the very same thing. I had my license individually. Then I created an LLC, Simply Health Insurance Agency LLC. So I had to recontract with these carriers. I still get a check here because I had a bunch of business under my own name. And then I had my LLC and I get another check from the same carrier. Just it's two different entities. Okay. And just a lot of work. All right. Let's go to Stephen. Stephen says, let's see here. Your state, there's nothing specific to your state. So it's broad. What tools you need to have is, number one, so you're licensed, you're certified, you have and better. Well, the number one I would tell you is you need them all. You can't just operate with one carrier. You need to make sure you have all the carriers. And in Florida, I think there's 8 to 10 carriers. In fact, I'm going to check right now. Hold on here. In Florida, Yeah, you're not going to get by just with one carrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 carriers in Florida. Okay, so you're going to need 8 carrier, all 8. And if you can't get them or you need help with that, shoot me an email. You're going to need Ameritas. You're going to need Allstate. You're going to utilize Healthsherpa to quote and enroll, and that's it. Okay, and you'll be now. What tools do I have to help? Well, those are Healthsherpa's free. Okay. The biggest tool that I utilize to help me with sales is Agent CRM. Ivan, well, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to post the link to my affiliate link with Agent CRM. Okay. It's not free. It's $97 a month for the CRM. But what you get, guys, if you use this, my link on the CRM, you get all of my workflows. Everything that I come up with an idea, and Ivan is able to put it together. Okay, so we put something together. I have ACA workflows. I have Medicare workflows. I'm a little weak on the life workflows. We have one dental and vision workflow. I have auto insurance workflows, home insurance, and a workflow is a job. So the one that I love the most that makes me a good amount of money every month is I have a turning 64 and a half workflow. Okay. System identifies people that are turning 64 and a half because you've entered their date of birth into the CRM, and it picks up when they're 64 and a half and it goes to work. It's beautiful turning 65 list that you can get. What else? So that's really the only tool that you need besides knowledge. Okay. The other tool I would say is me as your tool. Okay. If you have contracts set up through me, you get SKOOL where I do training and support, and you get my training and you get my support. Okay. But other than that, Stephen, there's really nothing else you need to run an ACA agency. All right, let's continue, Ivan. Does DBA require you to do your contracts again? No. Remember, a DBA is just a nickname for you. Okay. That's all it is. There's no legal protection. There's nothing. You go get a DBA and you file it with your county. Okay. An LLC is a completely different entity. It's a legal entity. It's not even a tax entity. Doesn't provide any tax benefits to you. Only a legal. It's only legal protection. That's all that it does. So no, if you do a DBA, it does not require new contracting. Good one. Next one, Ivan. I started ACA. I moved to group health. Okay. Yeah, group health is awesome. Group health is when you're writing insurance for businesses. ACA is good. When is the training? So we're doing training. Here's what we're going to be doing. If you're one of my agents, I will be doing a 3 to 4 hour, what's the word I'm looking for? A 3 to 4 hour crash course. Okay. Because my normal schedule is 1 hour a week, and I do 5 weeks for one course. Okay. And then we recycle and keep doing it over and over and over all year long. Well, we don't have that amount of time right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is in September is I'm going to do a crash course. So I'll be doing a crash course for my agents. I will also be doing a crash course for all agents. We are going to be charging for it. I think right now we've settled on a price of $149, but you're going to get my Smartbook included. You're going to get some other goodies, some ads that Ivan's putting together. You're going to get all of my workflows in a PDF. So if you have your own ACA, so your own CRM, you'll be able to copy and paste and create your own workflows. The goodies that we're going to give you are going to be the value or more of the course. So I will have a complete crash course for you guys. That's coming in mid-September. Can you do state exchanges? No, you cannot do state exchanges on Sherpa. I believe you might be able to quote, but you definitely cannot enroll. So in California, you're going to use the California tool. So I would just use whatever state-based exchange tool that you have. Question. All right, let's continue. ACA, same content is on the SKOOL site. Yes, I'm one of your agents. Can I get a refund? We'll talk about that, Luis. What I am going to be doing is I don't know what I'm going to do. Of course, I put a lot of content out there. I do try to, we'll figure it out. I probably will, but usually I'll tell you, man, is at some point, I'm also making a living. I spend a lot of time training and supporting you guys. It eats into my personal production myself because I'm on Zooms with you all a lot that I may not even be putting that out there in the future. I may, I sell it for 99. I give it to you guys for $50. I may not even put it out there in the future because again, I got to make a living. If I'm spending time with you guys, answering your questions and working, then I don't have a trust fund. I got to eat. Okay, let's continue. Next one, Ivan. Send me an email, Luis. We'll talk. When is the last time to renew your marketplace certification? I would do it right now. If you already have it, guys, it takes you 10 minutes to do your renewal certification. Don't waste time. Don't wait until the last minute. Okay, so right now, Integrity Edmonton, go do it right now. Go to portal.cms.gov and go get your recertification. You'll be done in 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. There's a 10 question exam that you have to take. Super easy, and you're done with it. So just get it done. Don't wait until the last minute. Next one, Ivan. There you go. Portal.cms.gov. Log in. Set it up where the two-factor authentication sends you a text message. So easy. You get the text, you get the code, you plug it in, and set it up where it automatically sends it to you. That way you can be fast on it. I already have DYL and sell a lot of auto right now. I have Agency Matrix. Is your system superior for ACA? Not specifically superior for ACA. We've made it superior for ACA because we've created a lot of workflows. Most CRMs are all the same. Okay, most of them do. What makes one unique over another is all the workflows that are created underneath it. Okay, so they all have a contact. They all have They should have pipelines. They should have the ability to record, timestamp text messages, emails, the phone calls. They're really all the same. It's just knowing how to use them and having automatic or having workflows that work for you. That's the key, guys, is you got to have workflows. If you don't have workflows, then you're, again, doing stuff manually. Okay. And if you're wondering what a workflow is I'll think of an idea, something that can be automated. We put it together, and then all you've got to do is have something to trigger that workflow for that contact. Okay. That's what it is. All right, let's continue. Okay. Aisha, need to get contracted with Kelsey-Seybold. If you're one of my agents, Kelsey-Seybold is a Medicare carrier. Email me. We need to get our contracting person to add it. The other deal with Kelsey-Seybold, I think they're out of Houston. I don't even know if they pay commissions. Sometimes you want a carrier, but they don't pay, so we don't have it. I don't know. I've never sold to Kelsey-Seybold. I'm thinking Houston, right? Or I could be way off. Baby, you're on camera. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay. So I don't know. But yeah, send me an email and we'll try to get it done. All right. All right. Okay, guys. So I think we're rocking. I think we're good. Thank you for being on today's call. We'll have more details on that crash course. There you go. Thank you, Stephen. So yes, they are out there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Guys, I will tell you, I do bust my butt out there to give you guys good content. I want to help you all grow. If you're one of my agents, you grow, I grow. I think my smart books are good. I couldn't think of something better than to call them a smart book, but these books are just resources. It's time is money. So if you're having to go research something, you pull that smart book out, or if it's a PDF, if you didn't do a printout, and you flip through the pages and you find it and you proceed. It will help you sell more. Okay. Also, the other thing, I think the CRM, guys, is valuable. The CRM, I always tell agents this, it's like a hammer to a carpenter. You can nail a hammer with a rock or your shoe, your boot, but man, you're going to be there forever. Okay. The CRM is a tool for every agent. So I tell agents this, look, I've been in business 25 years. I've been sued 3 times, and it is a time suck. It sucks the life out of you. It makes you want to get out of the business. You can't believe your insured is doing this crap to you. I mean, it sucks, but your E&O carrier will defend you. They need ammunition. They need something to help fight for you. So you must remember this. We are always wrong. The insured is right. Remember, insurance companies are bad. The insured is right. You have to shut the insured down. You have to prove that you are right. Okay. The insured does not have to prove that you are wrong. The insured just has to accuse you of being wrong. So the only way to provide ammo for your attorney who's going to defend you is if you have something time-stamped. If it's not in writing, it never happened. Oh, but I promise you, I told the insured this. None of that crap is going to work. Okay. You're going to have a text chain. You're going to have an email chain. You're going to have a recording, something to validate that you did do it, and you can shut that insured down. Insured accuses you that you didn't do this and they're suing you for this amount because you didn't do this, then you need to have proof that you did offer it to them and they denied it or whatever it may be. So make sure, not only does a CRM help you with growing and doing that kind of stuff, but it will also help you in that scenario. And usually if you can give ammo like that to your attorney, they're done. I mean, this thing goes to bed. I mean, they go back to the insured, like, look, we got documentation right here. You're screwed. We got it right here. Luis did do this, or whomever. So that is another beauty of the CRM. So again, I'm going to post my link right here. You get all of my workflows. We are updating the workflows. Everything is everything is redone for you guys. Ivan is redoing them. We just redid the Medicare ones, and we should almost be done with all the ACA ones. So you get everything that I create. You get that. Okay. Also, in the CRM, for you ACA agents, remember, you got to be collecting the consent and confirmation. Okay. We make it super easy. Right now, I do it via a text, but we just added the signature option. So you're going to be able to send that consent form to the insured. Okay. They're going to pull it up on their phone, their email, and they're going to be able to sign their name. Okay. I'm going to make that the primary version of it. If they can't do it, I'm going to say, you know what, just text me. Either way, as long as I capture something. CMS and their wording to us says that they don't prescribe the manner in which we get consent. I got that memorized because I would never use a word like that. Okay. They don't prescribe the manner in which we get consent, but they suggest that we get consent by a email, a text message, a wet signature, a digital signature, or a recorded phone call. Okay. So I get the text right now. I send them a text with a permission. They get to view it, they read it, and they reply back with, I consent. Then what I do is I go through the entire application. I get to the final screen that says finalize, and I print that as a PDF. It has all the data. I send it to the insured. I tell the insured, please review it. I'm not the best, keyboard person. If there's a typo, if I didn't put the apartment number, if I screwed up the email, if I want you to verify the income, make sure that everything is right. And I have done it where like, ooh, you forgot this. Or they forget to tell me that they live in an apartment. Okay, very easy to go back and adjust. Okay, it's also easy to go back afterwards, but I might as well get it done while I'm still in the app. Then they review it. Then if they tell me I'm good, I tell them just reply back with I confirm. Okay, they reply back with I confirm, and I'm good. Now I'm going to be getting a signature for that. Okay, so I don't know if it's more official or not. I just feel a little more comfortable with the signature, so we are bringing that out to you. All right. Integrity. Yes, enjoy my vacation. ACA training. I am back on track next week, guys. Back on track. Yes, I will probably be doing crash courses to get all of our agents up and running. And then if you're not one of my agents, we'll be blasting you guys with a course. You'll get value out of it with the freebies that we're going to be giving you, but I will have you trained the best way. Okay, the way that works. We have a good, solid, healthy book, and that'll be coming your way. All right. Yeah, I love playing tennis, man. Oh, and I have another tournament next week, but it's Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I play at the national level. Yes. Oh, yes, I do love tennis. Alejandro, hey there, man. Can you help? Oscar's already done, bro. You don't have to worry about it. We've already taken care of Oscar. I hit you back up. You're already set up. So it's already done. Just proceed. Okay. All righty, guys. We are rocking and rolling. Everything is good to go. Let's get you guys all set up. Okay. Please don't forget to join me. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, post a comment down below. If there's a question I didn't answer, I love shooting individual videos on questions. So if I didn't hit a question, put it on the comments. We'll shoot a video just for that question. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care.